My grandparents married when my grandmother was just 16 years old. She had been abandoned by her parents 2 years before, leaving her longing for love and security. When she married my grandfather, who was 19 at the time, she thought she had found what she was looking for. Unfortunately, she would soon find out how very wrong she was. Within a short time after their marriage, my grandfather began going to the local bar after work. A few times a year, he would drink too much and come home highly intoxicated and angry, ready to lash out at anyone who crossed him. He would inevitably pick a fight with my grandmother, which would lead to physical violence, including the black eyes that are a painful part of my father's childhood memories. My dad would sometimes talk about the fishing trips their family would spontaneously take to allow my grandmother's eye time to heal. They did everything they could to hide their reality from the world, and many of my dad's siblings continue this practice even today. 12 years after my grandfather's death, I had been dealing with domestic violence in my own home, although I did not recognize it as such. Because of the knowledge of the physical violence my grandmother had endured, I had a very narrow definition of abuse and domestic violence. I did not recognize that when my husband punched the car window out, punched holes in walls, broke our bedroom door into pieces when I locked him out, or broke his finger punching our children's television, we were in fact experiencing domestic violence. Then on June 6, 2010, one of my worst fears would come true. At my niece's 6th birthday party, my husband and my sister started arguing. While I had always avoided such direct confrontations with my husband, she did not. The argument quickly escalated, and my husband began punching my pregnant sister in the face repeatedly, only stopping when my brothers-in-law forced him to the ground. I felt like the rug was pulled out from under my whole life. I was certain he was going to be arrested and face consequences. I remember sitting curled up on the bathroom floor, sobbing and begging my sister not to take my kid's dad away. No one called the police. No one reported the assault. Later that evening, I remember seeking comfort from my husband, the person who had inflicted physical and emotional harm on my sister and trauma on everyone present. While I deeply regret so many of my responses to my husband's abusive actions, I also recognize that they were trauma responses that are experienced by many victims who choose